On the road again. I wanted to share some concepts from that book and others. And naturally, since I don't know how to prioritize my time, I'm doing that while in the truck. The Pursuit by Pat Williams. It's a good book. It's an easy read and it's a short book. I would recommend it. I think it's a worthy investment of your dollar and your time. But I want to share a passage, a tidbit from that book with you today that I found particularly moving. In fact, it moved me to the verge of tears, which is not something that occurs too easily. So, what could it possibly be that almost made you cry? You're probably wondering. Well, this is what it was. In the book, there's a story about a father and his little boy and his little girl. They're out on a boat, and they're, just plugging along, doing their thing, and suddenly the motor of the boat cuts off, and the father looks back, and his daughter's nowhere to be seen, and his son's like, "Dad, the sister just fell out of the boat." And so he runs to the back of the boat, and sure enough, his daughter had fallen out of the boat, and her sweater has gotten caught up in the propeller. And he can see her, and she's just below the surface of the water, inches below the surface of the water. And so he reaches down and tries to pull her up, but she's caught in the propeller too tightly. He can't pull her up. So he jumps into the water, and he's trying to free her, and he can't. And he comes up for air, and he goes back down, and he's trying to free her, and he can't. And he goes back up for air, and he takes air, and he's blowing air into her mouth so that she can breathe. And he's struggling and trying to free her, and he's not making any progress. And it's infuriating and maddening because she's inches below the surface, and that he can't do anything for her. And he comes back up, and his son found a knife, and he gives his dad the knife, and he goes back into the water, and he's able to cut his daughter free from the propeller and push her up into the boat. And later, the girl was asked, "Were you afraid?" And she replied with, "No, because I knew that my dad would come get me." That nearly moves me to tears just retelling that story. And it's not even my story. Children have a unique and intimate understanding of God. An understanding that as we get older often gets corrupted and broken and disoriented through trauma that we experience as children and through tragedy and horror that we experience as adults. But that I think captures what our understanding of God should look like. And I don't always see it that way, but I'm working on it, I think we all are, to a greater or lesser extent. Whether we know it or not, whether we care to admit it or not. It's interesting. I just wanted to share that with you. Hope you're having a great day. Peace, love, be good friends. See you later.